Hello everyone, my name's Matt and welcome to today's video, which is the top 10 current most expensive cards in Standard. Now these prices are all from when I recorded the video, which was just a couple of days ago, and you know, I'm very surprised at some of the cards in it. Not actual the cards in it, but what actually surprised me was that they're all mythics. Now maybe that won't surprise all of you, but it did to me. I thought, you know, maybe at least one rare would make it into the top 10 most expensive cards currently in Standard, maybe used in other formats. But no, they're all mythics. So thanks a lot for coming to watch the video. If it's your first time here, please consider at the end of the video hitting the subscribe button. It really does help. And of course, likes and shares really do help out the channel as well. But without further ado, let's get on to this top 10 list. So coming in at number 10 at $18 is the card from Dominaria, which is History of Banali. This is the one that comes down, makes knights with its lore counters, and then gives all your knights +2/+1 when you reach that third lore counter. You only really see Standard play Boros, Weenie, Green, White, Aggro, Knight decks. I personally use this in the sideboard of a control build and it worked pretty well for me, I must admit. Now this has kept a good price really, considering the type of decks it has to go in, and in my opinion it's still, you know, it's a very good strong tempo card. But with so much removal in this current format, you've got Cry of Canarium that will just wipe up all the knights, you know, and if you're on the play, then you're playing that. Then they're just not going to get the payoff of History of Banali. There's still other cards, you know, people will kill those early 2/2 tokens because you don't really want to be hit with a 4/3 token. So History of Banali, keeping a nice price considering, you know, it's got a few fallbacks there, but I still like it and it's a lovely card. Coming in at number 9 at $20 from Rival of Ixalan is the Immortal Sun. This saw a little bit of Standard play when it was first sort of spawned, but now the money is, it has to be from Commander, because I searched through deck lists and I couldn't really find anything from my research. Maybe it's in sideboard of a few decks. But the abilities of, you know, people not being able to activate Planeswalker loyalty abilities is very strong. Drawing an extra card, spells you costing less, creatures you control get +1. So you can see why it's a very strong card. In Commander it's obviously going to be quite epic, and $20 is probably a fair price for this card. But maybe because it's not seen other formats, it will drop down a little bit. But, you know, people do use this in Commander quite a bit. So in at number 9 is the Immortal Sun. Coming at number 8 is our first Planeswalker. It's Karnage Tyrant. Now this is basically seen play in older formats, not much in Standard at all. This is seen playing Vintage, Modern and Legacy. It just tells you why this card is actually still reaching the heights of $23. And considering it's seen play in those formats, that's a very cheap card for those, you know, for Vintage and Legacy. Paradoxal Storm is where it's at, and it's likely seen in the sideboard of that deck, and some lists do play that in the main in that Vintage deck. Hardened Scales Affinity is playing it in Modern, and of course so is Colourless Eldrazi. As for Standard, like I said, it's gone missing a little bit. It's not in everyone's favourable decks. It's a lot more aggro in Standard at the moment, but maybe Karn will come back, and the price of the $23 may just raise a little bit. Coming in at number 7 is Nico Bolas, the Ravager at $25. There's a few at this price. This is from Core Set 2019. It's really not seeing a great deal of play at the moment. Not at all. I mean, for keeping the $25 price, it's got to be seen play in other formats like Commander. It just has to be, because it's still quite a high price. Obviously, it can be used as a Commander as well. It's a legendary creature. The 4/4 stats is probably why you're not seeing much payoff for it in Standard, because it'll be lava coiled really quickly before you get that chance to flip into the Planeswalker. It's probably keeping a fair price, like I said, because it is used in Commander. Very sparingly used in one Standard deck, which is Grixis Control. You will find it in that deck. But the removal in the format is just so good at the moment that Nico Bolas just can't survive, unfortunately. But it still comes in at number 7 at $25. Coming in at number 6 is Rekindling Phoenix at $25 too from Rivals of Ixalan. Only really seeing Standard play, unlike the Arclight Phoenix that's seen other formats. It's a sideboard for mono red aggro decks when they want to go a little bit bigger, and it's starting to see play in Gruul aggro, so if that takes off, you'll see more Rekindling Phoenix. On Arena I see it a hell of a lot, so it's definitely being played on there. So the $25 is probably a fair price for this card. And of course, it is a very, very nice card as well. I think, you know, if you got these, debate about selling them. I don't know. It's up to you. if you love the Phoenix, obviously I'm going to say keep it. It's a nice recurring thing, but the 4/3 stats, easily to kill. But when it dies, you've got to kill it twice because it brings that little 0/1 red elemental creature token in, and then you can sacrifice that creature and bring the Phoenix back. So it's got a great bit of recursion there, and your opponents are going to have 2 kill spells in hand, so that does not happen. So coming in at number 6 at $25 is Rekindling Phoenix. So coming in at number 5 is the only card from Ravnica Allegiance at $25. It's Hydra Crassus, the big jellyfish Hydra beast. Obviously only seeing playing standard at the moment. Mid-rangey sort of decks, Golgari, Bant, Sultai. But like I said, interestingly, it's the only card from the new set that makes it into the top 10. Now usually when new sets come out, the prices are super high, but this is the only one that comes in at a high price. It's going to see lots of play at the start. Will he hold its price? Let me know what you think in the chat. But Hydra Crassus comes in at number 5. Coming in at number 4 is Vivian Reid at $27 from Core Set 2019. This card is only seen playing standard from what I could research and find. Maybe in some sort of funny brews it'd be seen in other plays. But this is seen in all of the mid-range decks currently in standard. It's a great card, you know. It comes in with 5 loyalty, costs 5. +1 is look at the top 4 cards, so it's going to help you go through, find that creature or land card that you might need. The -3 will destroy target artifact, enchantment or creature with flying, so that's nice as well. And the emblem is absolutely amazing. Gives all your creatures +2/2, vigilance, trample and indestructible. I've actually tried this. I've put this into a legacy brew, into Nick Fit. I think Vivian Reid is a really nice card. $27, seeing loads of commander play. But it's, you know, I think mainly it's being used for that, you know, in standard, which means it's good to see that it's keeping a high price, which means it's being highly used in standard as well. So Vivian Reid comes in at number 4. So we're down to the top 3 now, and coming in at number 3 at $28 from Guilds of Ravnica is Arclight Phoenix. This is a very popular card at the moment. It's flying high in modern and seeing play in legacy and obviously in standard as well. Izzix Phoenix in modern is one of the most popular decks at the moment. It's winning lots of games and it's winning tournaments. It's seeing a little bit of play in legacy as well in Grixis Phoenix, which I think looks a pretty fun build, and some, you know, for a newbie legacy player, it'd be something that I would like to play as well. Arclight Phoenix, very nice card. $28, it's a big high price, but when you see it in a top modern deck, you can understand why the Phoenix is that price. So coming in at number 2 is Carnage Tyrant at $30 from Ixalan. Standard, modern it's in play, and also in a sideboard in vintage in reanimator decks. Absolutely amazing for this massive big creature. Standard main decks, so it's putting in a Golgari and Sultai mid-range, and it's putting as well the high end of Mono Green Stompy. The most popular deck though, it's been seeing loads of play in Titan Shift, mainly in the sideboard I will say, but Carnage Tyrant can't be countered. Trample, hexproof, it's a 7/6. It's a massive, massive creature to be dealt with. It will win games. It's very highly priced, $30, but seeing play in multiple formats, and it's in there at number 2. So the number 1 card, I'm sure you've guessed it. It sees play in standard, modern, legacy and vintage. It costs around $60. It's from Dominaria. It's the card people love to hate, which is Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. It is just an absolutely epic Planeswalker, hence why it's seen play in every single format. The most popular deck in modern it's been seen is obviously Azorius Control, closely followed by Jeskai Control. You can see it in Legacy in Azorius, Stoneblade and Miracles. And it just basically played in most blue and white deck in standard, every single one. The card is amazing, it's bonkers good. It really does win games all on its own. You don't need any creatures, anything else. You can just have your Teferi and then start getting that emblem. Then you can start exiling every target permanent your opponent controls. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, $60. An amazing card. I was very lucky to pull my playset in packs. Oh, that was so lucky. But Teferi is the number 1 most expensive card currently in standard. So that was the top 10 list of the current most expensive card in standards, and you can see that all these cards are not just seeing play in standard, they're seeing play in all multiple formats, which is great. You can go and get your booster packs and potentially pull a high costing card. Obviously that's a lottery and I'd never suggest that's a way of getting your cards. But you can see, if you get lucky, you might be able to get one of these great cards in this top 10 list. Anyway, thanks a lot everyone for watching. Like I said, if you could hit the subscribe button, that would really help support the channel. And sharing the video so everyone gets to see it is a real big thing for the channel. And that will help everyone get to see us and help the channel grow. Anyway, guys and girls, I will see you on the next video. You take care and I'll see you soon.